Greetings, Royal Family. Man, I got to record this entire video over again. Happy Thursday. It's September 2nd. The year is still 2021. I recorded an entire show for an hour. Put it up on Twitch. Had it streaming live on YouTube. Only to realize there was no audio. None whatsoever. Not my audio. Man, happy Thursday, everybody. So I'm back at it again. I gotta I gotta wet my throat and do this all over again. So hopefully everybody is having a fantastic day. I know I'm trying to, you know what I'm trying to say, but we look at the bright side of things here in the Royal headquarters. Like I said, it is Thursday, okay? Everybody ready for the holiday weekend? I just remembered that it's about to be Labor Day weekend. I have no plans. I'm staying away from everybody, just like I normally would. See thing or not, okay? So on today's lineup, I want to talk about Kanye West and this Drake quote-unquote beef. You guys should know by now that Drake has his album dropping at midnight tonight, Certified Lover Boy. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a typical Drake album. Good. Drake has good content, right? Now, as far as this beef is concerned, I'm going to dig into that and give my thoughts and give an update on what's going on. Kanye West's manager had something to say about this so-called beef. I'm saying quote unquote beef, right? Because I already understand how marketing works. Joe Rogan, he actually had that thing, and he talked about his experience. Who else is on the lineup? Dancing with the Stars, Power Book 3. They're going to have some new additions to season 2. So season 2 is greenlit already, and they're only on episode 6 of season 1. Are you guys tuning in? I am. All right, so you know what to do. Pay your admission fee, hit the like button. That's to my YouTube Royal Family members. Shout out to the live Twitch viewers. Royal Family, if you are not following me on Twitch, please do so. She_Royal B on Twitch. Twitch is free to download. It is another streaming app, just another way for me to keep in contact with my audience and engage with my audience. Okay. All right. So first up on the lineup, I don't even remember half the stuff that I even said, man. I can't believe I have to do this all over again, but everything happens for a reason. All right, Mr. Rogan. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. So he had that thing, and he was actually using the horse dewormer ivermectin. I'm thinking of the watch Invicta tonight. Ivermectin. Now, I talked about this, I think it was on Mondays, the Morning Boogie Morning Show, where the FDA on their website, they put out an article and a warning advising people not to use this as treatment. This is used for horses. It's a preventative, and also for preventative measures for heartworm, and to also treat worms, in horses, and I think other animals, if I'm not mistaken, but specifically exclusively for horses. Now, the FDA is saying that humans can use this, not for thing though, but they can use this for certain parasitic infections in the stomach. Okay, that's what the FDA's website had said. So take a listen to Uncle Joseph and what he had to say. Now, keep in mind, the ivermectin is not the only thing that he used. So he is going to talk about it. Like to hear it? Here you go, Uncle Joe.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache, and I just felt run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house, and throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. So I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it, all kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pack, prednisone, everything. And I also got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did that 3 days in a row.
Drip.
And so here we are on Wednesday, and I feel great. I really only had one bad day. Sunday sucked,
Right.
But Monday was better. Tuesday felt better than Monday, and today I feel good. I actually feel pretty fucking good. That's the good news. The bad news is we have to move the Friday show in Nashville. It's going to move to Sunday, October 24th. So that will be the new Nashville date. My apologies to everyone. Obviously, there's nothing that I can control. It is what it is. Crazy times we're living in.
Right.
But a wonderful, heartfelt thank you to modern medicine for pulling me out of this so quickly and easily. And my love to all of you.
Bye, Uncle Joe. Bye. So you heard it there, Mr. Joseph Fear Factor Rogan has spoken. So again, ivermectin is trending because the FDA is saying, hey, humans, don't use this. We did not approve this. This should not be a replacement for other treatments, if you know what I mean, and other preventative measures for that C thing. But you heard Uncle Joseph Fear Factor Rogan saying that he not only used the ivermectin, but he had a Z-Pack. He also had the monoclonal antibody, which is a IV treatment. It's an infusion. So it's like a little IV bag, and you get that intravenously, and that is supposed to make you feel better. Now, Googling all of this, the monoclonal antibody treatment, it is something that a lot of people are using, but not too many people are talking about. So this is something that is available. From what I hear, what I've been seeing on Twitter, what I've been reading on Twitter in the comment section with people in their personal experiences, people have been saying that you have to actually ask for this in the event that you end up hospitalized because of that C thing, right? This is not something that's being offered. Like, hey, this is what we use. Some people are still being sent home with a Z-Pack, but Joe Rogan is a man of means. And I know you're wondering, what does that have to do with anything? That makes a huge difference. Not only is he a man, okay, of a certain hue, he also is financially well off. So luckily, regardless of that, I'm glad that he's here to tell the story. He did use the ivermectin. Again, if you go to the FDA's website or you just Google ivermectin, you will see many healthcare professionals and the FDA. They are saying, hey, this is not something that we approve. But there are a lot of people who have used it and said that it made them feel better. There are a lot of side effects that I read. So everyone is different. I would recommend that you do what's smart. And if you have a healthcare provider or healthcare professional that you trust, follow their advice as best you can, right? I'm not advocating for anybody doing anything that is going to put them in danger, okay? We don't get down like that over here. All right, so let's move along to something a little bit lighter. I find stuff like this absolutely, positively hilarious. So there's a pastor down in Florida, all right? I know what you guys are saying. Oh, gosh, Florida foolishness. Oh, yes. This is absolutely Florida foolishness, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a pastor down in Florida, right? So he decided to sue WPLJ TV, which is Local 10 News in Florida, right? And it just so happens, I find this so hilarious that this article is Local 10 News covering this story. So he decided to sue this news station because they basically called him out on his fraudulent ways, okay? He has defrauded so many people, or he's scammed so many people. And these individuals have tried to have taken him to civil court. And I don't know what the outcome was in civil court. That's why he hasn't been brought up on criminal charges. But he's saying, hey, yeah, I'll help you do this. Put my name on this house. I'll definitely help you rebuild. Scamming people saying, yes, I can get you this. I can get you a car. Give me your money. And these people actually trusted him because he has PASA in front of his name. So let's let Local 10 News tell the story. Like to hear it? Here you go. I said I'd like to hear it.
Excel High School is an award-winning online school and entirely focused on...
Oh, okay. Let's let the ad pass. Oh, here we go.
Nothing to do with him. And now Miami Gardens pastor Eric Redden and his lawyers have been ordered to pay us $70,000 plus interest.
Our reporting was accurate, and there's absolutely no doubt about it.
Back in 2017, Pastor Eric Redden first filed a $12 million lawsuit against WPLG. He then amended it, suing us for $50 million, claiming our investigative reports on him ruined his reputation.
Over the course of 4 years, we have spent almost 250 hours plus of lawyer time to try to get rid of a lawsuit that is based on a story that was absolutely true in every respect.
Eric Redden is the pastor of the New Beginning Missionary Baptist Church. It's in Miami Gardens.
Nothing to say.
Talk to us, Pastor.
He's got no comment. He's not talking about anything.
We have been trying to talk to Pastor Redden about his business practices since early 2017.
Look at it.
Last year, Redden's case against us was dismissed with prejudice. In the legal world, that means dismissed permanently. Former Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Alex Bokor found no malice, saying what we reported were, quote, true facts. Redden appealed. He lost. He asked the Florida Supreme Court to hear it. They too refused.
The court has said that we're entitled to, the station is entitled to its attorney's fees plus interest.
Back in 2017, several people told us they gave Redden cash deposits to rent homes, buy cars, loaned him cash for church events. When things fell through, they demanded refunds. But Redden called up and said,
"You think you can come after me? You don't know who you're dealing with."
He's gonna come after me and my job.
He say he can't be touched.
We also reported Eric Redden was court-ordered to pay Lorenzo Johnson $9,000 plus interest after Redden allegedly stole a check out of Johnson's daycare office, forged it, and deposited it. Then there was 70-year-old Edward Fuller, who claimed Redden made himself a contractor on a house Fuller was building. Fuller claims Redden persuaded him to sign the deed to the house over temporarily so he could get loans. Fuller says instead Redden sold the house out from under him for $380,000 and never gave him a red cent.
Were you more trusting of him because he was a pastor?
Most definitely, yes.
Redden's attorney, Andrew Cassier, argued in court after court that any business Redden was involved in, he was not doing in his capacity as a pastor.
The station can't be held liable for calling you a pastor because that's what you admit you are.
The news organization knows that these lawsuits go to the heart of the organization's credibility with the public. And as a result, news organizations fight these cases. They always have, and they always will.
We asked Redden to do a TV interview with us to make a comment. He refused. Instead, he sent us an email thanking us for, quote, making him a household name. Redden says he's also going to write a book. It's important to point out that Redden has never been charged criminally for any of those cases we just mentioned because the alleged victims go after him civilly in order to collect their judgment. In Pembroke Park, Jeff Weinseer, Local 10 News.
He's a player. He's a player. He's a player now. I know he's a player. Yo, this pastor is crazy. Let me tell you something. I don't care if he had bishop, miracle worker, holy sandals, priest, father, rabbi. I don't care what title you put in front of your name, sir. You is a crook. You are a thief. Now, why would old man Ackerman put the house in the PASA name to get loans. If you're building a house, don't you already have some sort of income, some sort of money, something to build a house? See, some of y'all was foolish and greedy. So that's what you get. I don't know if I believe that they were taken advantage of wholeheartedly. You were a willing participant in the foolishness. And then the pastor turned around and sold the house. So that man, old man Ackerman, has to prove that PASA forced him, or he was, or maybe threatened him, but you signed his name over so he could legally sell the house. Child, y'all gotta do better. And like I said, I don't care if his name was pastor, evangelist, bishop. I don't care. He's a player. He sped off, honey. Jesus took the wheel and he kept riding. Nah, but see, here's the thing about life, right? See, I know a thing or two. You may not pay on the front end. You may not even pay on the back end. But you're going to pay on one end. And God going to get you. PASA, deceiving the people in the name of the Lord. But people, let's be clear. I could call myself evangelist Royal B. If I start selling holy water in little crack vials, come on. What in the Peter Popoff is going on? Now, this is not funny, but it is funny because that man is going to pay. And unfortunately for him, trust me, this is going to circle back and the world is going to see it because Local News 10, they sued him and they're messing with Local News 10's credibility. They're a major entity. They're a major news outlet in Florida. So trust me, they're going to keep up with him, and when he gets his just due, they're going to broadcast it loud, live, and in living color. So do I feel sorry for PASA? Absolutely, positively not, because he's a player now. All right, up next, do you guys care about The View? Do you guys still watch The View? Well, The View still comes on, and the ladies are going to be returning soon. If I'm not mistaken, what is it? September 7th, it says here. And former Utah Representative Maya Love will join Whoopi Goldberg, she's returning, Joy Behar, she's returning, Sunny Hostin, she's returning, and Sarah Haynes when the show resumes on September 7th. Now, the ladies are going to be back in the studio, and this is going to be the first time that they're going to be back in the studio since the Panorama, okay? So, other figures who are set to come on the show include Condoleezza Rice, Gretchen Carlson, Ebony K. Williams, Mary Catherine, who is that? Mary Catherine Ham. That sounds familiar. Carly Fiorina, whatever. And those other people. I don't know who any of these people are. Ebony K. We know who Condoleezza Rice is, right? Former Secretary of State. Ebony K. Williams. Now, I'm interested in seeing her. So what's going to happen is, let me dial it back. What's going to happen is, it's Meghan McCain left, right? You guys know that if you watch The View. So they plan on having one rotating host. How often? We'll see. Maybe once a week. Yep, not once a week. Every week they'll rotate a new host or have a new person in the seat. It seems like they have a lot of conservative women, and I'm okay with that because I'm a viewer of The View. I don't watch as much as I used to, but I am a viewer of The View. I don't mind there being a conservative individual, a conservative woman in that seat, as long as it's a likable conservative woman. You know what I'm saying? Tolerable. You know, Meghan McCain might have been good for ratings, but she became really absurd. Like, she's just absolutely juvenile and absurd. It just became real, just childish and counterproductive, and it was laborious to watch at times. You know, Meghan McCain and her tantrums, it wasn't cute. At first it was like, oh, okay, this is a little spicy, but then it just became very, okay, we're not getting anywhere. Whoopi is yelling every 5 minutes. Joy got an attitude. Meghan McCain is pushing everybody's buttons. So I can understand them wanting to kind of dial it back. So I don't mind there being a conservative in this role, a conservative woman. But as long as they're mature, right? And they don't have to agree. I mean, disagreeing respectfully, I like, I like hearing other people's points of views, even if I don't agree. As long as you're respectful, I'll listen to you. But if you're juvenile and you just poking the bear, you doing things for attention and all that attention seeking behavior, it's a turnoff. So I'm pretty sure their ratings probably suffered. I'm not sure. But Ebony K. Williams, she is on Housewives of New York. And prior to that, she was on State of the Culture podcast with Joe Budden, Remy Ma, and what the heck is that? I can never remember that guy's name. Cute fella, real smart. Whatever. Put it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But yes, when Scotty B, whatever her name was, when she left, Ebony K. Williams replaced her on State of the Culture podcast. I really wish that Joe Budden would bring that back. I did like the dynamic with all of them. Ebony K. Williams was a great addition. So we'll see. Are you guys still watching The View? Wow. The View. I remember when The View started. Y'all remember Meredith Vieira, Barbara Walters, Star, Joy, Lisa Ling? Remember them? Man, oh man. How's Barbara Walters doing? Anybody know? I haven't heard much from her. Last time I heard that she wasn't doing so well and she had like Alzheimer's. It was progressing rapidly. So, oof, my goodness. But I like the dynamic of the show, The View, the panel show. I do. And it seems like there's a lot of other shows that kind of use that same blueprint. And I like it. I do. I like different personalities talking about, a range of different topics, esteemed women. Like I said, Meghan McCain, she could have really honed it on in, but she just, I don't know, maybe she wanted to leave. She was just very erratic and immature, and it wasn't cute. It wasn't in a good way, definitely wasn't in a good way. All right. Speaking of not cute, baby, this is according to Radar Online. Now, Erica Jane is one of the housewives on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was married to Tom Girardi. Tom Girardi was a lawyer, retired lawyer, whatever. He had a law firm. Okay, he was part of a law firm. His law firm represented the families of the victims of, I don't remember the flight number, but there was a plane crash. And a lot of the families wanted, they band together, and because of on behalf of their loved ones. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. And they came together to file a class action lawsuit, right, against the airline, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Tom Girardi's law firm was the law firm that represented these families, right, of the victims. Erica Jane's husband. She filed for divorce. I don't know if the divorce is final. I know that she's divorcing him in an attempt to remove herself from this huge lawsuit. Well, Tom Girardi did not pay these people their money, right? So he took their money and he funded his lifestyle. A lot of people are saying that Erica Jane, she benefited from the money that her husband stole from these victims' families. Tom Girardi had a large amount of debt that he tried to pay off with this money. So he scammed these people. So now Radar Online is saying that Erica Jane's financial records revealed that $156,000 spent on company with same name as Lisa Rinna's daughter's clothing line. Ooh, so they're combing through her finances to find out, to see what they can find, basically. Now, I do believe she's being sued for the return of $25 million loaned to her by her husband, Tom Girardi's former law firm, Girardi Keys. So Tom Girardi's law firm has turned on him as well. The once respected lawyer was forced into Chapter 7 bankruptcy earlier this year. His creditors, including his former clients, accused Girardi of using their settlement monies to fund his expensive lifestyle with Jane. In court, a group of orphans and widows are accusing Jane of helping her husband embezzle millions of their money. Many believe that Girardi ran his law firm like a Ponzi scheme and transferred money to his wife despite knowing his bills were not being paid. The trustee hired a powerhouse lawyer named Ronald Richards to investigate Jane as part of Girardi's bankruptcy and to help uncover any assets. Richards believes Jane should return every dime sent to her so Girardi's victims can be paid back. I agree. In the amended complaint against Jane, Richards explains the money sent from Girardi went into Jane's entertainment company, EJ Global. The audacity of this chick. You were married to this man for mad long. Don't sit up here and act like you didn't know that he was scheming and scamming. And they should snatch that money from her. They should snatch the entertainment company. They should snatch the jewels and the furs, snatch all that money. Where is Tom Girardi in all of this, you ask? Well, he's been declared unstable or unfit to stand trial. All of a sudden, he lost his memory and he got the Alzheimer's, they say. Whatever. I don't care. I would write down on index cards everything that he did and give them to him every single day to remind him. And I would say, you gonna pay this money back. Yeah. Chant it in his ear. Okay? Like Kanye did on the Donda record. Chant, you gonna pay this money back. 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 Until he says, I'm gonna pay this money back. You damn right. Give them people their money. You crook. What a wicked individual. And Miss Erica Jane, if you think that you're going to walk away scot-free with your furs and chinchillas untouched, you got another thing coming. See, God ain't sleeping. God ain't sleeping. And you going to pay. You going to pay. No, but in all seriousness, what a wicked individual, though, the Girardi. These people came to you because they lost their loved ones in a plane crash. And they got settlement money. And why did you think that you wouldn't be caught? Or you just didn't care, and now you lost your memory. He can't stand trial. Well, I'll tell you one thing: you better get do a brain transfer. Do a brain transfer. Y'all doing all types of other stuff. Smack a memory pack on the side of his temple. Snatch everything from Erica and snatch everything from him too. You wicked as hell, and no, ain't nothing good gonna come of this. Disgusting. Moving along. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, y'all. Trying not to get my pressure up. Stealing them damn people money. You crazy. What a wicked somebody. Moving along. TMZ. Olivia Jade. Remember her? You remember Lori Loughlin, Aunt Becky from Full House? Well, this is her little bratty daughter. Now you remember Lori Loughlin then got locked up. Her husband, I think, and she did her little time for the college, the entrance. The college, what do they call it? Like the college fraud thingamajig. Like she lied to get her daughter into college or what have you. The little college entrance application scheme, whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, this is Olivia Jade, the little brat that belongs to Lori Loughlin and her husband. She's going to be joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. And I'm not excited about it. Now, imagine that. Now, granted, her parents did what they did, and they're facing the consequences of that. But she was a total brat about it. Now, this is according to TMZ. So they're basically camping out at the headquarters where all of the contestants are supposed to be practicing. And I guess they think that this is Olivia Jade. Now, there's rumors that Kenya Moore, I think it's been confirmed now, that Kenya Moore is also going to be joining season 30 of Dancing with the Stars. And it's already confirmed that JoJo Siwa, I think she's 17 now. She's not 18 yet, right? Or is she 18? She's going to be a part of Dancing with the Stars as well. And she is going to be dancing with a woman. So same gender partners. Okay. Now, this is supposed to be Olivia Jade or whatever. I'm not even going to bother play the video because it's just her walking with her visor and her security guard or whatnot. But why does she get to, her parents are frauds and she's a brat. And why she get to be on Dancing with the Stars? She probably need the money to pay some of them fines back. I ain't mad at it. And she's not even in school. But then again, she can't get into a school this side of the Mississippi probably, right? After that big scandal. I'm a fan of Dancing with the Stars. And I'm not interested in seeing her. She can go home as far as I'm concerned. Ugh. These little privileged brats make my skin itch. All right, moving along. Speaking of skin itching, this guy has got to be the most annoying celebrity, quote unquote, or entertainer, as I like to say, on earth. I find him extremely, excruciatingly annoying. Look at his mustache. It just pissed me off as I looked at it. So he is going to be, according to Variety, ABC orders Judge Steve Harvey to a comedian in the courtroom type of deal. So it's gonna be Judge Steve Harvey. I just want to go on record and say, Gregory Mathis, if you are listening, you will always be my judge. Okay? And no, I am not on crack. So you know how Judge Mathis always accusing somebody of smoking le crack? All right. So Steve Harvey and his mustache and his gums are going to be basically hosting like a comedy courtroom type of show with real cases. See, that's the head crack for me. These cases are actually going to be real. So according to Variety, with the working title Judge Steve Harvey, ABC has ordered 10 episodes of what it's calling a courtroom comedy series, but the cases will be real. Harvey will welcome real-life people into his courtroom to rule on conflicts ranging from family disputes and sour friendships to actual small claims. Now this is just buffoonery, if you ask me. Am I gonna watch? Yes, absolutely, because some people come in there with their funny antics. I like courtroom shows, right? But again, I want to go on record as saying Judge Gregory Mathis will always be my judge. You heard me? It's like, I don't find Steve Harvey funny. I don't. I know some people do, and is it going to be entertaining? I'm sure it will be. I'm going to watch, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not a hater, but I don't care for Steve Harvey at all. And sometimes he makes it really unbearable for me to watch Family Feud, which is a show that I've loved ever since I was a little girl, right? And, you know, there have been a plethora of hosts. I think that somebody like Cedric the Entertainer would be great for Family Feud. I really do. And sometimes he just makes it difficult to watch because to me, he's a little bit annoying. This might be up his alley. And I'm actually happy for him. This is a good look for him. At least he's working. I ain't forget the way you treated Monique, though. Steve, if that's even your real name. I will never forget how you treated Monique. But that's neither here nor there. He made it very difficult for me to watch the versus battle with, is it Earth, Wind, and Fire? Earth, Wind, and Fire, and why do I always want to say Kool and the Gang? That's one of my mother's favorite groups. She loved her some Kool and the Gang. But I think it's Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. Now, I was happy for him because he was so in his element, and he changed his clothes, and they allowed him to get up there and sing, and he looked like a kid in a candy store. So I was happy for him. I genuinely was happy. Now, see, I don't got to like you to be happy for you, but he was definitely in his element in the versus battle. But anyway, with this court show, so this is going to be airing on ABC sometime in 2022. Yeah, I guess. I mean, what do you think? Who do you think besides Steve Harvey would have been a great host for a courtroom television show? I could think of a number of people, but Steve Harvey, I get it. He's a seasoned television personality. Yeah, he's got skin in the game. Plus, he's a comedian. That's what they say. I guess anybody could call themselves a comedian. No, I'm kidding. Let me stop hating. I'm happy for him, but I still don't like you. And I am going to tune in, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get on my nerves just like he gets on my nerves when I watch Family Feud from time to time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so, please hit the like button on this video and make sure you drop down in the comments. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you ate for lunch today. Tell me something good, okay? Just keep your comments respectful. Be creative when you are writing your comments, because the Google people, they are deleting comments left and right, and sometimes I don't even get an opportunity to approve your comments if it's held for review. That's on the back end. So I'm not deleting comments. The Google people and them are deleting comments left and right, and I'm not the only content creator that has gone through that. So I just want to make that clear. But yeah, drive up the engagement. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it. Okay. Now this is getting interesting. Now this is Deadline. Deadline.com. Their website is mostly like television shows, movies, and things like that they report on. So I keep abreast of what's going on, right? In TV land, scripted TV land, and movie land. So Power Book 2. Raise your hand if you are watching Power Book. I said Power Book 2. Power Book 3. Raise your hand if you watch Power Book 3. I do. I have my hand raised right now, right? I think that Power Book 3 is better than Power Book 2. I'm just going to say it, all right? But before I go off on a tangent, LaToya Luckett, Omar Dorsey, they're among two of a few people that's going to be on season 2 of Power Book 3. Now, mind you, Power Book 3, let me just say Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan is on season 1, episode 6, aired a few days ago, Sunday. So episode 7 is approaching, and they've already been greenlit for a season 2. I think they made the announcement, but they already know how many seasons there's going to be, and they already know how many episodes they're going to be. I don't see why Starz would even scrap this, because the whole Power franchise is big. It's big, and it's bringing a lot. It has brought a lot of ratings over the years to Starz, so it's a win-win situation for everyone involved, right? So LaToya Luckett, she is going to be playing Kenya, Jukebox's mother and Marvin's ex. She left their family when Jukebox was very young. Tried to make it in LA as a singer, but 3 years ago she moved back to New York. Upon her return, she settles in Harlem, where church is a big part of her life. So Jukebox mama done got saved, and she's coming back to New York. Now this is going to be very interesting, because I want to see what the dynamic is going to be like between Jukebox and her mama. Okay. Is Marvin even going to be, Uncle Marvin even going to be alive in season 2? Is Lulu going to be alive in season 2? What's the dynamic going to be like between Rock and LaToya Luckett, Kenya? Raquel, Kanan's mom. Is Kanan's mama even going to be alive in season 2? Who else is in here? I don't really, no offense, I don't really care about the others. So you could read the article in full. It'll tell you Brown will play Renee Timmons, Marvin's anger management therapist. Oh, so Marvin is going to be coming back in season 2. Marvin going to anger management. I can't. A mess. If you watch the show, then you know. So this article, this piece basically talks about what role some of the upcoming characters in season 2 will play. Back to what I was saying about Raising Kanan being better than Power Book 2 Ghost. It is. It's better so far, in my opinion. Because it's a new, fresh storyline, I think that's why. Tariq still gets on my nerves in Power Book 2. He got on my nerves. I know they're greenlit for a season 2. I think filming is done for Power Book 2. It's just a continuation of Power. Obviously, Power Book 2, I'm referencing. So it's like, all right, I'm tired of Tyreek. Tasha, she gone in some witness protection. We know that she's going to be on Queens on ABC with Eve, Brandy. So she's doing that show. So we know that we're probably not going to see Tasha at all in season 2 of Power Book 2. But I do feel that Power Book 3 is better. I'm enjoying it more because, again, it's a fresh storyline. It's a prequel. And everybody's anticipating, when is Kanan going to meet Tommy and Ghost? I don't see that happening until season 2, maybe season 3, if not season 2. So all over Twitter, everyone's getting annoyed. Some people are getting annoyed. When is Tommy and Ghost going to appear? When is Tommy and Ghost going to appear? We'll see. But so far, I'm enjoying the acting. Miss Patina, is that her name? Kanan's mom, Raquel, phenomenal actress. Every time she's in a scene, she owns it, and her she commands your attention. It's just, she's such a big personality, and she's not even rah like that. From the way she walks, the way that she dresses, the way she's just so, I'ma handle business. She's really handling business. So I'm happy for everybody that's involved. People are out here working. They're getting exposure. They're doing what they love. So, and they're entertaining people. So it's a win-win. But I cannot wait to see LaToya Luckett and others, but specifically LaToya Luckett's role in Power Book 3. She was phenomenal as Rochelle in Greenleaf, right? Did you guys watch that? She did a great job. So I'm happy for Miss Latoya. Okay, and tell me what you think about Power Book 3. Like I said, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm throwing out theories left and right on Twitter. You know, I'm using the hashtag when watching it in real time. And some of the hashtags, some of the posts are very funny, interesting. You know, so it's entertaining. It's just a different level of entertainment. All right, speaking of entertainment, now did y'all know that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was doing a reboot? Remember there were rumors years ago and there was like a trailer and Will Smith was saying that it was fake. That was probably fake because this is not the guy who played Will in that trailer. I think somebody just came up with it. It was a good concept of like the rough and rugged parts of where Will grew up in Philly. And I was all for it. I was excited until I found out that it was fake. Well, this obviously isn't. This is allhiphop.com posted this clip to their Instagram page. And basically, this young man was notified by Will Smith via video conference call or whatever the heck it was, that he was selected for the role of Will in Bel-Air. What the heck is going on? Tell me about this reboot. Does anybody know? Some of the people in the comments are not happy about this. Sometimes I think just leave certain things alone, but I can't judge it yet because I don't know who's going to be involved in it except for this young man. I don't know what the concept is going to be. Is it going to be like live in front of a studio audience like the original? Is it going to be like, I don't know, like who knows? But there's music playing, so that's why. Now, why is my internet doing this? Lord have mercy. This is so terrible. Ever since I got rid of the Beyonce Deluxe package, it's been quite strange. So you see he's excited.
And from the deepest
a mess.
Parts of my heart, I want to say congratulations.
Say
congratulations to you. You have the role of Will on Bel-Air.
You guys get the concept. So he expressed his gratitude, this young man. I have no idea who the heck this is. There's a new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The role of Will has been announced by Jabari Banks, a native of Philadelphia. Oh, okay. I never heard of him. So a lot of people in the comments were saying, no, leave well enough alone. One season and he's going to be forgotten like that Sinbad movie. I'm done. Will got to keep hair on his top lip. What? It's bothering me. It's bothering me more than it should. Wait. What? Somebody else typed, I'll never watch a second of it. There's some applause emoji. So how do you guys feel? They're about to ruin a classic. Congratulations, Youngblood. So there's some no. You can't recreate that 1990s vibe. Oh yeah, they can definitely recreate a vibe. Now, come on now. I mean, we know that it's not going to be 1990, but you can definitely recreate a vibe. Well, not a vibe. You can recreate an aesthetic, but maybe not the whatever. These people are confusing me and it's upsetting me and my homegirls. So what do you think about this quote unquote reboot? This is the first that I've heard of this. I have not seen anything. Maybe I don't know. Have you guys seen anything about this? Who else is involved in this? Why is it just Will? Let me say this. I like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I do. I absolutely like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air among other shows. You know, there's other shows that I rate higher than Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because then I'm going to start rambling on and on and on. But Will Smith has never been my go-to or my favorite. Like, I can't tell you like, oh yeah, this Will Smith movie, yeah. Never been interested. That's just me. I'm not hating. I mean, you know, he's a box office powerhouse, right? Well, you need to get back in movies. What's the last movie that Will Smith did? Like, if a Will Smith movie is coming out, I'm like, oh my God, I got to go see Will Smith in this movie. I'm sitting here thinking about it. No, I don't. I'm not really. So yeah, I didn't hear anything about this. So why is it the only person that we see congratulated is, I guess because it's the most important role? Like, what is this about? Maybe I'm in the dark. Are you guys keeping up with what Will Smith is doing? If so, what Bel Air reboot? Wait, when is this supposed to happen? Who's writing on it? Who else is starring in it besides this young man? I don't know. Something just seems fishy about this situation. Anywho, moving along. And now for our feature presentation. So TMZ posted this article. Kanye West's manager was interviewed briefly by TMZ, and he gave his little, 1-2 words. I do not believe that Kanye West and Drake are beefing. There is no beef. This is all to sell records. And as crazy as it sounds, it's working. Kanye West officially released Donda on Sunday. The numbers are through the roof. The streaming numbers have broken every streaming record on all streaming platforms in over 90 countries. This is Drake's album. I mean, not Drake. I'm sorry. Kanye's album. That's Donda that did that. Drake's album, Certified Lover Boy, is going to be released on Friday. So as of midnight, it's going to hit streaming services. I'll be listening because I want to see, I want to check out production, for research purposes. I'm going to listen, of course. But everybody is going to be listening, not only those who are fans, people who are not fans, maybe people who just want to do it for critique purposes or just to see what it's given, whatever reason. But there are going to be a lot of people listening because they're going to want to see or hear if Kanye is going to take jabs. Why do I keep saying Kanye, damn it? If Drake is going to take jabs at Kanye. So here's what I'm thinking in my head. He's going to have however many songs. His engagement is going to be through the roof because some people who might not have normally sat through a Drake album, that's the people I'm talking about, are going to be listening to every single song in its entirety and combing through every single song in its entirety to see if he's going to take a jab at Kanye. He might take jabs that seem like they're at Kanye. He might, but I think it's all friendly competition. That is going to drive Drake's engagement up, his streams. Algorithms are a very big thing when it comes to like these streaming platforms, anything on the internet. So engagement, all of that back end stuff, same thing with YouTube. All of that stuff on the back end makes a difference, right? You may see a video get like 30 views or 100, less than 100 views. But if everybody who viewed the video is watching the video all the way to the end, or at least watching 50 to 75% of the video, in YouTube's eyes, that's good. Just a little bit of history, like just a little bit of education on algorithms. That's good. So what YouTube is gonna do is keep recommending more videos from that particular content creator. Engagement, right? So this is a win-win for both Kanye and Drake already. First of all, Drake is not new to the game. He's not long in the tooth like Kanye is, but he's not new. So he's built up a fan base and people are anticipating this. All of the the hip hop heads, all of the DJs, all of the podcasters. Drake is going to be the talk of the town, just like Kanye was the talk of the town. But wait, there's more. Then after they're done with their minds being blown or being underwhelmed by the album, whatever, they're going to start comparing the two. Right? More streams. Kanye's stuff's numbers still going to go up. Kanye's numbers are not going to halt because Drake's album is coming out. All the while, everybody involved is getting paid. Everybody's getting paid. Beef sells. There's no beef with these two. Biggie told y'all what beef was. Go listen to that song. There's no beef. Remember, what's his name? Soulja Boy Soulja Boy, he cussed Kanye out on live. I recorded that. I think I'm going to put that up on the backup channel. Make sure you guys are following the Royal Culture Podcast. That's the backup channel. Do you think that these artists don't know that when they record with Kanye or when they record with any artist, there's some songs that might not make it? This is what Soulja Boy's entire gripe is. He's mad, or he's making it appear that he's upset because his verse was left off of one of the songs. You're an artist. You know how this works. Do you really think that Soulja Boy is mad at Kanye? Soulja Boy is like the original troll. He knows how this all works. He knows what drives up numbers, what engagement is on the back end online. And he debuted his video for Rick and Morty in the midst of all of this. Chris Brown called Kanye a HOE, called him a hoe. Or it seems so. He just posted Kanye is a hoe. Or did he say Kanye's a hoe? He did say Kanye's a hoe, right? What if he was being funny? Like, okay, yeah, I'm going to post that. I don't think they're beefing. You think Chris Brown is mad because Kanye didn't put him on a song? Chris Brown? Did you see the numbers from his, do you keep up with the numbers from his last album, Indigo? Chris Brown ain't hurting. Do you think Chris Brown needs to be on Kanye's album? And that's no shade to Kanye. Chris Brown is a, what? That boy's catalog is heavy. He does numbers. He may not get the commercial success that he once got prior to, his situation with Rihanna, but Chris Brown does numbers on the charts. No, the last album he did was the album with Young Thug, right? You know how long Go Crazy was on the Billboard 100 charts? This is all to sell records, ladies and gentlemen. But let's listen to what Kanye West's manager, Boo, who is also the brother of, damn, why am I having brain farts today? Akon, he's Akon's brother, and also the former lover of Joan Clayton, Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't know, I had to throw that in there.
What was the breakdown on the miscommunication with Universal?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a miscommunication on the clearance.
Oh, yes. Remember, Kanye tweeted that his album was leaked by Universal without his authorization. Y'all believe that? Kanye West, Universal said, no, Kanye, we don't care what you say. We're going to leak the album. It's all... He tweeted that. It's all for record sales, man. And it's working. I'm here talking about it. TMZ is interviewing people. Soulja Boy making lives, cussing Kanye out. It's working.
On the clearance side, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it was a situation where, the baby wasn't cleared. You know what I'm saying? From his side, from his label side. And the music was already injected in the system.
Right.
You know what I mean? So by the time we rectified it, the music came out.
So what about all the other guys? You said, Chris Brown was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Was that also the label, or was that Kanye's final decision?
Nah,
eventually?
I mean, listen, it's Kanye's album, man.
Yeah.
All right? And, he's painting his picture. So, you can't tell someone to use your verse and not use your verse. So, I mean, it's 1,001 artists that didn't make the album. You dig what I'm saying?
Doesn't this happen in music all the time anyway?
But that's why I was so surprised when I got, when I heard the responses from, like, all these artists. I'm like, people do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, no disrespect. Like, Chris is like my little brother. That's family. You know what I'm saying? Soulja Boy, like, it's all love. It wasn't intentional. But yeah, he's a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So his job is to find the best parts in the music and add it to his creative process.
Is he reaching out already, or is he just in another mental space right now?
Yeah, he reached out to Chris.
He did?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Chris is a very passionate artist. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't get figured out. It's just creatives having their beefs and shit like that, but it's all good. Chris is family to us. It didn't get figured out.
I feel that. Is there going to be a tour?
Oh, yeah, yes, for sure.
Or is he just going to do a bunch of installations? Or
Nah,
is
it's going to be a tour, but not in the traditional form. It's not going to be like how you guys see a tour. It's going to be in his eyes, in his lenses. But
them listening parties, truth be told, in my opinion, were mini tours. It's like if you wanted to tour Kanye, just say that.
Definitely, yeah, it's going to be something special coming.
What can you say about that in his lens? What do you mean? Like how do you say
come
like?
on, man, I can't get at. That's the $1 million question. You know what I'm saying? But just know that it is going to be a tour coming, but not in the traditional sense of a tour.
Is there any chance that this Drake and Kanye thing gets patched up and they end up doing music together or settling this? Because this was crazy. You saw some of the things that went on.
Right.
Do you feel that energy happening or?
I mean, what's going on? I don't, listen, it's too.
See, he playing dumb because he know ain't nothing really going on.
Creatives, taking jabs at each other, but they get rectified, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course. I mean, we'll see. But, his album comes out, I think, in a couple days, Friday. So, depending on what he says on his album, we'll see. We'll see.
You're too soon to judge because it could.
So Boo basically saying that, like, it ain't no smoke, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no beef, but depending on what he says on the album, like, we'll see what's up. Like, Kanye might have to respond. Man, listen, he's going to take his jabs. Probably people are going to think that he's talking about Kanye. And even if he does, there's no real beef. But this is all in fun. If you think that there's real beef, then I could be wrong, but I don't believe there's no real beef. I don't think Kanye has any issue. Kanye doesn't have any issues with Drake. Now, who I do think Drake has an issue with is Jay-Z. But that's a conversation for another day. And before we sign off, remember this child actress? Let me see if I can pull this up. She has a very interesting message that I want you guys to hear. All right. Let me refresh this. Let's see if my internet will play nice right now. They so disrespectful today.
Entertainment industry. It's about influence. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan, full on.
So disrespectful.
Visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, dressed as a demon, got upside down cross.
Whoa. So this is according to the Shade Room. Chyna McClain, she shares her thoughts on the satanic influence of the entertainment industry. And some people even say that this whole Donda listening party, these different listening events, was very demonic.
Crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. People.
I'm sorry, y'all. My internet won't let me be great today. It won't let me be great today.
Think that this stuff is just a game. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all.
She was in Daddy's Little Girls. I think was that a Tyler Perry movie with Idris Elba? That was a Tyler Perry movie, right? Daddy's Little Girls.
They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that.
See, this is Satan messing up my damn internet.
But either way, the things that you take in, that they're
Listen to her. We're going to get through it. The devil is a lie.
Feeding you, those things affect you. Whether you realize it in the moment or not. They affect you. That's why they do it. I'm not going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct.
Speak, sis, speak.
I can say whatever I have to say with respect. But
Somebody said, I hope they don't blackball her because of this.
Gonna say it. And I'm going to say it bluntly.
All right, she said what she had to say.
Entertainment industry.
The devil is trying to stop this message from getting out. You see how that worked? So people in the comments were saying that they hope they don't blackball her because of this message. They're telling her to keep safe. They said she's not lying. So I thought that was interesting. I saw that yesterday, and I definitely thought that was worth sharing with you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. Okay, so I want to thank everybody who was here live on the Twitch feed. I want to thank everybody who is here right now watching the replay on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to drop your comments. Let me know what you think about any of the above topics that we talked about, any of the above mentioned topics. I can't, like I'm sending an email. Make sure you following the backup channel, the Royal Culture Podcast. If you go into the About section on this page on YouTube, you will see the link for the second channel. Follow me on Twitch, she_Royal B. All right, I'm signing off. Make sure you have your notifications on. Again, be creative when you are commenting. I'm not deleting comments, but the Google people in them, they are deleting comments. Some of your comments I can't approve. I don't even really get to see. So yeah, just be creative, or just don't type whatever derogatory or offensive term that you might want to type. The algorithm is very sensitive, especially with certain channels. And certain words in particular. So I'm signing off, Royal Family. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.